To something I love. They were born in the streets of England in the 1950s. The motorcycles were called cafe racers, very stylish bikes that have made a comeback here in America in the form of e-bikes, meaning electric bikes. There are many popular brands like Saunders Mad Mods, Revy Cheetah, and Aerial Rider. Tonight we catch up with the Super 73 group right here in Houston. They just likely finished a ride through downtown with the Clutch City Cruisers. So, Luis, when you guys started Super 73,
yeah,
what made you come up with the idea to get a group together, riding group?
Oh, man. I mean, just the city itself has a bike community that's just huge. So we joined all the other local group rides. They have, shout out to Midnight, to Clutch City, to Critical Mass. So we were like, my girl actually told me, why don't we start a group? Let's just get our own e-bike group going. And I hesitated a little bit at first because I'm not that out there. But eventually I met other riders and they were like, you know what, let's just do it.
Now, you know how they treat e-bike riders.
Yeah.
They're like, we're cheating. I have an e-bike,
yeah.
and I know what it's like. When I'm on my bike, people are like, well, you ain't really biking.
Exactly.
So what kind of, but you guys have an unusual type of e-bike. It looks like a motorcycle.
It does. It does look like a motorcycle. We get it every time, every ride. Somebody is like, hey, you're cheating. First thing I say, hey, it's not a race. It's a ride. It's a ride. It's a social ride. So, but it's all fun and games. You know, one time this lady told me, hey, you're cheating. She was in the back of a tandem bike, and her husband was riding the thing. So,
right.
So there's levels, I guess, to this thing.
But tell us about the design of the bike. It looks like a motorcycle. So where did that come from?
I mean, that's, I guess, from the company, Super 73. That was their inspiration, kind of like an old school motorbike. I think that was their main kind of.
It almost looks like an old school cafe cruiser.
It does, it does. And there's some custom bikes out there for from other riders that do make it out to be just like a custom cafe racer.
Do you turn heads? Or people like, what the hell is that?
All the time, all the time. How much is it? Where did you get it? How fast does it go? What's the range? Every time we're out here riding, especially in a big group. Since now we have, 30, 40 people riding, turning heads, breaking necks, all day, every day, yeah.
And what about those questions that people have? How much does it cost? How fast does it go?
Yeah, so the models that they have currently, they range. They start off from anywhere from like, I believe, $2,000, $1,900, somewhere in there, all the way to $3,500, $3,600. And the range, they can go up to 20 miles an hour, up to 30, 33 plus, somewhere in that range.
So you get some speed in it.
Oh,
huh?
yes.
You ever nervous going that fast? So that would be, if it's over 20 miles per hour, that'd make it a class 3 electric bike.
Like
a lot of rules with electric
bikes. There's a lot, yeah. Things that as a regular cyclist we don't think of until you get it, and then you start reading all these laws. Houston specifically started, bringing or putting laws or regulations against the scooters. So that's kind of touching a little bit onto our side too. So we got to be careful of local laws, and everybody out there that gets an e-bike has to be aware of those laws too, because they could affect you. That's
absolutely. I know the Woodlands is considering an ordinance or rules for electric bikes on the trails. Because currently, if you go to a master plan community, right now it says no motorized vehicles or no motors on your transport.
And here in Houston, there's little signs that say $200 fine for any e-scooters on the sidewalks. For the most part, stay on the roads, unfortunately, in a way, but
it is a cool bike.
It is fun. It's cool. It's anybody who wants to ride it, they ask, hey, come test drive it. The first time they hit that throttle, they look in the face, it's like, oh my God, what is this? It's crazy. So all it takes is for somebody to ride it to really know that this thing is for real.
So you have a throttle that will make it go without you pedaling.
Exactly.
And also a pedal assist.
Correct.
If you want to go to a certain limit.
Yes. On a social bike ride like this, you can throttle all the way, and your range would be, on our bikes, it would be not bothered at all. So you can choose to throttle all the way, or you can pedal if you want to put in a little bit of work. But yes, throttle and pedal assist.
All right, Luis with the Super 73 group. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's ride.
And of course, you can catch up with them on Instagram at Super 73 Houston.